Good morning, students. Today we start a new session, that is client server architecture. So, what is mean by client? Client means a user. User wants work on a particular environment is called as a client. The client always asking the questionnaire and getting the answers. For the server receives the client request and responding the request. In between client and server, the process between the client and server is request and response process. Here the client server application is major important in the database management system, because they need request and response in the database. The client server computing is the most effective source for the tools that empower employees with authority and responsibility. The client server computing is an irresistible movement that is reshaping the way of computer is being used. The client server application development requires hybrid skills that includes transaction processing, data design, communication, experience, graphical user interface design, and being internet savvy. The more advantage application require knowledge of distributed objects and component infrastructures. Most client server solutions today are the PC LAN implementation that is personalized for the group that use them. Here, when you're using the database management system, we are developing an application for the client server to make the transaction process as well as the database design, and we require a communication experience, and also you have to use the graphical user interface for communicating, that is the request and response in a form or in a graphical user interface. There we can make as a dialog boxes or a boxes where we can type the questions and the answer will be displaying in the below box. Like example, this is already in the previous class also we discussed, the Google is one of the best example for the database server, where you can type in the search box and displaying the response, that typing the question and sending to the server is a request. After that the server receives the request and searching in the database and given the result in the below dialog box, that is called as a response for the request client. There you can have a knowledge of distributed systems. Today most of them, the client server solutions used in the PC LAN implementation, that is called as a local area network. LAN means local area network, where we can use as a groups to analyze, to sharing the information within the local groups. The client server computing has changed the way in which computers are being used. This has a unique feature of having a strong foothold on the entire spectrum of the computer industry. In generally, a client is a single user workstation that provides the presentation services and the appropriate computing, connectivity, and the database service and the interface relevant to the business needs. Whereas a server is one or more multi-user processors with share memory providing computing, connectivity, and the database services and the interface relevant to the business needs. The client server computing is an environment that satisfies the business needs by appropriately allocating the application processing between the client and the server process. When we use the server architecture, majorly it is depending upon the workstations. Workstation means the user wants to work on a particular machine is called as a workstation. Suppose in our lab also we are connecting a server for online examinations. You are getting the bit paper, that is an online exam of 20 bits, that is you are working, you are logging through your hall ticket number, you are working, then it is called as a workstation. The where this data will be stored in local server is called as a server. That there your information will be stored and it will be it will be services to you, because after writing your exam you can see your marks and your database all will be seeing in your profile. That information will be sent by the server only. In every business there is two things are required. One is the management side, one side, another side is the client user side. Both will have the request and response. That is the client always asking the questions and management as replying the thing. This architecture we use as a client server architecture, where we can find the request response answers, so that the database will be used for their questionnaire and getting the answers by the server. The protocol is the client request the services from the server processes the request and returns the result to the client. The communication mechanism is the message passing inter-process communication that enables the distributed placement of the client and server process. The client server is the generic model and fits what is known in the industry as the cooperating process or the peer-to-peer. The client server computing is a fundamental platform independent. See the diagram. There we can show the modern client server architecture. The left side we are having the workstations and the right side we are having the server. In meanwhile we are using as a dark line, that is called as a void, where number of workstations can be work for mainframes or servers or mini computers. In between these we have a lines, that is, thin lines is a communicating the request to the server. Whenever the terminals or the workstation is giving the request, in the server side it is searching the information, whatever they are asking the request, it is searching and transfer to the response for the client side. What are the characteristics of the client and server? The characteristics of the client and server are: one is service, Second one is shared resource. Third one is a symmetrical protocol. Fourth one is a transparency of location. Fifth one is mix and match. Sixth one is message based exchange. Seventh one is encapsulation of service. Eighth one is scalability, and ninth one is integrity. So first one is service. The client server is primarily a relationship between the process running on separate machines. The server process is a provider of services. The client is a consumer of service. In essence, client server provides a clean separation of function based on the idea of the service. The main service is the client server is it is main relation between the service providing system. That means client and server, they both having the service oriented development. Shared the resources. Share resources. A server can service many clients at the same time and regulate their access to the shared resources. Here in the database, lot of information we are storing. So at a time, one client cannot access. You can access more than one client, more than number of requests received by the server. There, the server has to be sharing the resources within a time so that the clients will access fastly. The server have the facility to give response to the number of clients whatever they are asking their queries. A symmetrical protocols, there are many to one relation between the clients and the server. Clients always initiate the dialogue by requesting a service. Servers are passively awaiting requests from the client. In some cases, client may pass a reference to a callback object when it invokes a service. This lets the server call back by the client, so the client become a server. A symmetrical protocol is when you design or when you have a client server architecture, server is always ready or waiting for a request from the client. It is eagerly waiting the when the client have to be send a request and it is ready to giving the request response. In some cases, the client is call back an object, then the server is going to call back a client. Like example, I can say you. Suppose if you are searching a word like a word in Google like JNTUK exams timetable, then it is asking no data is found, or you can type a spelling mistake in the Google search, then automatically the server is asking you the spelling is different, you are searching a different word on a word, it will be showing in the below of the search table. There it's showing as a callback of the client. That means you are typing the spelling mistake. It is showing your uh, it is asking the client, you are searching, the word is like or the same word. Then based on your request, it will be go for searching. That type of situation is called as a callback object, wherein a asymmetrical protocol. Next, transparency of location. The server is a process that can reside on the same mission as the client or on a different mission across a network. Client server software usually makes mask the locations of the server from the client by the redirecting the service calls when needed. A program can a program can be a client, a server, or a both. See, the transparency means there is a in between the client and server. We are giving as a transparency. Whatever the information we are sending, it will be very clear, so that they can feel the location is in the nearby. Suppose if you are giving us a long communication, then the message receiving will be very late. There we can call it is as a some differentiate in the redirecting of the service calls. Mix and match. The ideal client server software is an independent hardware or the operating system software platform. You should be able to mix and match client and the server platform. Message based exchange. Clients and servers are loosely coupled systems that interact through a message passing mechanism. The message is the delivery mechanism for the service request and the replies. Sometimes we are exchanging through the message based exchange, that is, we are giving a message, reply also comes under the message, that is called as a message based exchange. Encapsulation of services, we are acquiring the services, that is called as a the service. Server is a specialized, a message tells a server is requested. It is then up to the server to determine how to get the job done. Servers can be upgraded without affecting the clients as long as the published message interfaces is not changed. Scalability. Client server systems can be scaled horizontally or vertically. Horizontal scaling means adding or removing the client workstations with only a slight performance impact. Vertical scaling means either the migration to a larger and faster server mission or distributing the processing load across the multiple servers. Integrity. The server code and the server data is centrally managed, which results in safer maintenance and the guarding of shared data integrity. At the same time, the clients remain personal and independent. What are the merits of a client server computation? It is mainly on interfaces, data storage, connectivity, and application service. Frequently, the client server products are deployed within the present organization but not the used effectively. The client server models provides the technological meaning to use the previous investments in consent with the current technology options. Organizations see opportunities to use the technological to provide the business solutions. Service and quality. Competition in the marketplace further increasing the need to take the advantages of the benefits available from applications built on the client server model. Client server computing in its best implementation moves the data capture and information processing function directly to the knowledge worker, that is the worker with the ability to respond to errors in data and the worker with the ability to use the information made available. These are the merits for the clients and server. So where we can use the technology to improve the client server service and the quality competition in the marketplace. The new technologies will be used to develop the services for the client and server. So that the more benefits available when the new technologies will be built in the client server model. They are majorly the merits on the client server is enhanced data sharing, integrated services, sharing resources among the diverse platform, data interchangeability and interoperability, location independence of data and processing. Data that is collected as a part of the normal business process and the maintainable on a server is immediately available to all authorized users. The use of structured query language to define and manipulating the data provides supports for open access from all clients, processor and software. SQL grants all authorities users access to information through a view that is consistent with their business needs. Transparent network service ensures that the same data is available with the same currency to all designed users. So here the enhanced data sharing means we already having a information that is called as a database or data. Data is a collection of information where you can use the structured query language, that is SQL, to manipulate the data, that is adding something or modification that will be supported by the SQL for enhancing the data. Enhancing means improving. Improving data means we can adding or modifying, then only it will be called as a enhancing. There we can grant the permissions. So the users, we are giving the users permission to change the or enhance the data so that they can access for the business need. The transparent network, the transparency is also shown when enhancing the data service that are all available in the designed users. Integrated services in the client server model, all information that the client is entered to use is available at the desktop. There is no need to change into the terminal mode or the log into another process to access the information. Sharing resources among the device platform. The client server computing model provides the opportunity to achieve true open system computing. There you can resources sharing. The user can also provide the transparent access to the service provided by the database, communication and application servers in operating system software and the platform hardware are independent of the application, masked by the development tools used with the application. data interchangeability and interoperability. SQL is an industrial standard data definition and access language. The standard definition has enabled many vendors to develop the production class database engine to manage the data as a SQL table. Almost all the development tools used for client server development except the two references a back-end database server accessed. Here the data interchangeability means we can change the service providers through transparent connection between the client and the local location independency of the data and processing. We are moving from the machine centered computing era of the 1970s and 1980s to a new era in which the PC family uses demand systems that are user centered. Previously, a user logged into a mainframe, mini or micro applications. The syntaxes of access was unique in each platform. Function keys, error messages, navigation methods, security, performance, and edit were all very visible. In most cases, client server architecture enables the roles and responsibilities of a computing system to the distributed among several independent computers that are known to each other only through a network. All the data is stored on the servers, which generally have the great security control than most clients. Servers can better control access and the resources to grant the only those clients with the appropriate permissions may access and change the data. Since the data storage is centralized, updated the data are for easier to administrator than what would be the possible. For the demerits of the client server computing, one is the traffic congestion on the network has been an issue. Second one is the client server paradigm lacks the robustness of a good P2P network. So when you're using the client server architecture, the main demerit is the network. When the number of clients are connected through a network, then the server having the overload and the request will be very slowly, so that the information will be processed very slowly. Server contrast that a P2P network where it is a bandwidth actually increases as more nodes are added. Generally for the server we use the bandwidth. If you are using the more number of clients are connected to a server, then automatically you have to be increase the bandwidth of the server. Here we go for one of the example for you. Suppose if you are getting the results for going as a SSC result, they are telling us around 11 o'clock today. 11 o'clock they are releasing the result of SSC. Everyone is ready to open the system at around 11 o'clock. Then automatically the result will be very slow because the lakhs of people are interacting with the server. See the same one, if you are using they releasing the 11 o'clock, if you sit on the 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, then automatically when you are pressing the hall ticket number, then automatically your result will be getting soon, because the client uses will be less after the 4 or 5 hours. So that traffic congestion is more when the given particular time. The client server paradigm lacks the robustness of a good P2P network. Under the client server should be critical service server fail, client's request cannot be fulfilled. In P2P networks, resources are usually distributed among many nodes. Even if one or more nodes depart and abandon a downloading file, for example, the remaining node should still have the data needs to complete the download. So here the client and server architecture is important in the database management system, because we are storing the information or we are collecting the information through a table format. The clients are requested the information in a partial mode. We have to be send the service, we are providing the service, the service will be provided by the server. The client is only for request, the server is giving the response. Whenever we are using the client server architecture, it is mandatory to see how many users are going to be work on particular database. The database is also at a very clear transparency. No way, we are very clear, we are enhancing the database, we are enhancing the data, and we are giving the correct results. But the people should be limited. If you are using more people, you have to be increase the bandwidth of the client server capacity. The main important is the traffic of the client server is important, because the server have to connect to more clients. Number of clients will be communicated with the server, and server has to be respond. Depending upon this request and response, the time will be calculating. That calculating time is slow, then automatically you have to be increase the bandwidth of the communication. Otherwise the result is very slow. So this we have seen in the P2P communication. P2P means personal to personal communication, where large resources of the distributed database systems will be used to communicate more to getting the information. Here the main important things is the merits of the client server architecture. These are the 5 important merits for the client architecture. Enhanced data sharing, integrated services, sharing resources among diverse platform, data interchangeability and interoperability, location independency of data and processing. These are the 5 important merits for the client and server architecture. Okay, today class will be closing. Thank you so much.